welcome you, Jessie, and Jody. So let me quickly read it. Jessie is a skilled and intuitive multifunctional operations manager with a passion for leadership and creativity. She has managed businesses in multiple states, as well as managed the homes of personal lives of multimillionaires in Southern California. She has worked alongside some of the most influential thought leaders in the industry, where she has developed powerful tools for business and leadership. Jessie has always had an entrepreneurial spirit in helping struggling businesses scale. It wasn't until she was faced with unforeseen circumstances that she chose an entrepreneurial route in late 2021. Now a website designer and branding and leadership specialist, founder and creative director of Creative Visions Media. And we have Jody. I will read Jody's bio as well. Jody is referred as a leader of leaders. He is a #1 Amazon best-selling author for the book Going All In. I love that. Finding Success Through Surrender, which was nominated as a top 10 finalist in 2020 for a global award. Jody is a radio personality, having had his own morning radio show. He has also spoken on various stages and platforms as an inspirational and motivational speaker for many years now. Jody also coaches on multiple platforms. As an entrepreneur, Jody is a founder and CEO of Solution Ministries, where he helps Christian entrepreneurs and faith-based people by providing them tech processes, social media optimizations, plus personal and professional success tools to empower growth and overcome limiting beliefs, and replacing them with identifying unique purpose and path to success. Jody has served in ministry for over 20 years and is currently the senior pastor in Transformation Church. Wow, 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 wow. Welcome. Hi, Jessica.
Goodness, that was beautiful. I can't stop smiling because I'm just so grateful that I get to partner in this business with that human being. Like, he's so amazing. That was awesome. Thank you so much for that intro, and thank you so much for having us on.
Yes, you are very welcome. So tell us what branding means in marketing, in the presence of marketing.
Yeah. I guess in short, I would just say that branding in marketing is it's a creative representation of who you are and what your service or product is. And I think that the branding, I think powerful branding is what enables the consumer to experience you and your service and product before they actually engage with it. And so powerful branding is everything. In my opinion, it's everything.
Yeah, definitely. And what are the main steps in brand development strategy, if you can say that to people who are not aware what is brand strategy?
Yeah, so I believe it's really important, one, to know what are you offering people? What is the solution that you're trying to provide? I think it's also important to know who your avatar is. What are their pain points? How are you going to offer the best solution to them? And knowing, how do I word this? I guess like knowing the voice of your brand. So do you want to come off as an educator, a mentor, a leader, a peer? And I think that'll really speak volumes for how you connect with your audience.
Yeah, it's so true. And Rita mentioned about, well, she said her beautiful story of a couple of her brands. Can you tell us a little bit more about what is a brand story and how do you create, if you say, let's say, I have so many stories, I don't know which one to choose. What would you say to that?
Maybe just the whatever your why, or like your aha moment that inspired or empowered you to start, doing whatever it is that you're doing. At some point, every single person that's on this panel, before they started their business, they had an aha moment. Something sparked where they're like, I have to put my hand to this so that I can support people. And whatever that aha is, in my opinion, is the foundation that kind of creates that brand story. So for me, before I started this business, I was homeless. I had just gotten out of a really abusive relationship. I was homeless and I had my computer and I was great friends with Jody and I was making websites and I knew how to design them well. I knew nothing about like the back end tech aspect. I knew nothing about Google Analytics. I knew nothing about marketing, but I knew how to be creative. I know a lot about leadership. I know a lot of about self-branding. And so when I talked to Jody about it, I was like, what do you think about like going into business together? Like, let's just try it out. And coming from a space of like, how do we help people just kind of like open up like that creativity? How do we help people do better in business? We both just have such a heart to serve people that kind of just, it bled into our business. And I guess like our story would just be our own individual hearts to serve people that's our branding story of why we created our business, which is Creative Visions Media.
Yeah. And do you keep when you're providing branding for your customers, and they want to develop their branding strategy, what are the first steps you take to create that?
Yeah, so we kind of go through like the points I had mentioned earlier as far as like what is like the service and product, who is your avatar, what are you providing, but we like really comb through every little detail and we do various exercises on just kind of like brain dumping. Like, don't think about it, don't overanalyze. I am a hyper analyzer and so is Jody. So I'm an analyzer and, it's very easy to get stuck in that analysis paralysis. And I think where a lot of brand new business owners can kind of get stuck, because I've also been there, is you have all of these ideas and all of these thoughts, and then you brain dump them, but then you don't know where to go with it. You don't know where to start. And so in that branding process, we provide support to our clients with like, yes, brain dump. We highly encourage brain dump everything. And then let's help you kind of organize it. They're fortunate that they get stuck with two analyzers because we get to help them organize those things.
Yeah.
And we just kind of like process of elimination until we really get down to the nitty gritty of like, this is, for like your branding, this is who you are. This is exactly what you're providing, the product or the service. This is how much it costs. This is your avatar. These are the pain points that your avatar feels. And because we know that our avatar feels they feel these pain points, we know that we can powerfully come in with this or with this, product and service to really offer them the best support so that they don't have to struggle with those things anymore. And so being able to help them go through those things like a fine comb, like you go through them very, very clearly. We've just seen that that's offered our clients the best support.
Yes, yes. And Erica is asking, what do you mean by avatar? Uh, what when we say avatar, we are talking about our target audience, who
Yes.
is our best customer that either we want to work with or they want to work with us and we want to work with them. You know, so
Yes.
it's both ends.
Yeah.
And so it's not a cartoon, it's just that image of our customer. So who they are, how old are they, how much they earning, where they working, where they shopping, and all those questions you get to answer before you create your avatar. Would you like to add anything else, Jessica?
I mean, you explained that perfectly as far as like what the avatar would be um for us, our avatar is like brand new authors, speakers, and coaches. So we specifically work with authors, speakers, and coaches who are just getting started, who need support with branding, marketing, and website development. And so before that, we were like, let's help everybody. Anybody who needs a website, we'll do it all. And as much as you want to be, it makes it hard to give 100% of your time and resources and energy to every single person. And I think that's why it's important to have a niche. So as we're kind of looking through who based off of all the clients we've had so far, do we have a common thread? And that was authors. And so we are like, okay, we've been helping authors. We're really great at it. It seems like our networks are around authors, speakers, and coaches. And so now we like really fine tune, how do we help influencers brand and market themselves. And so knowing your avatar is highly important, or else you end up trying to help everybody, and in reality you don't fully help anybody. So niche is important, and knowing your avatar is important.
Yes, it is. And also a lot of new entrepreneurs and business owners are watching this. And we have a huge experience, but we are also new entrepreneurs and we learning. Yes, we do have the branding knowledge, the creative marketing knowledge, but starting business, it's you get to wear so many different hats, and learn all about ins and out of your own business, because like you said, we cannot serve everybody, uh, and once we niche it down, it's going to be easier, and you can breathe. So
Yes.
hang on, if you're starting on your business, hang on, because your customers are waiting for you. And with the right branding and messaging and graphics, website, all the like marketing materials, you're ready to put your word out there, and you will create a magnetizing brand.
Yes.
Fabulous. Let me just oh yeah, I've got another question. What is a brand promise?
The
I had
brand
that question.
promise.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just going to relate it back to like our business. So our promise is that we support authors, speakers, and coaches tap into their creative visionary. And so that promise, basically, if I break that down, is we support authors, speakers, and coaches who are brand new, whether they have not started anything at all, or they have started and they have some roadblocks and they needed some extra support. We provide them support with branding, marketing, digital marketing, and website development. And so I guess, I mean, that would be like our promise to our avatar.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel it's important to have that promise, or can you just figure out as you go, or do you think it's quite it sends out a stronger message, branding message, if you create one for yourself.
1,000%. I think if you don't have an end goal, then you don't really have a sense of direction. So if I'm going to tell my client, hey, we're here at point A, I don't know where we're going, but you really should invest in me because I know I can take you somewhere, they're probably not going to be enrolled. But if I tell them, hey, you know what, I see you're at point A, I've been at point A, and I've worked with tons of people who have been at point A. And I've been very successful with supporting them with getting to point B. I would love to offer you that support. They may be a little more trusting and saying, okay, like she seems like she knows what she's talking about. She's done it before and she's had success in it. I think I want to do business with her. And I think what's powerful about it is not just trying to get people to do business with you or to make money, but you actually get to support people. And with as me being an analyzer, I read a lot of books, I watch a lot of content, I listen to a lot of podcasts on leadership, and nothing excites me more than being able to sit with a client and offer them support. And I feel like it's great to do business and it's great to have financial freedom and it's great to have time freedom. But if you're not actually passionate about it and you wouldn't do it completely for free, I'll be honest, if you wouldn't do it for free, you probably shouldn't be doing it. And so for me, I love supporting people. We have like a very specific way of how we do our 90-day coaching program. And that does not always include 24-hour access or, coaching or whatever. But because I care about my clients and I truly care about their success, whether we're on a Zoom call or it's just, a morning encouragement, it really matters to me to make sure that connection is there, and so when I tell my clients, I know that I can bring you from point A to point B, I'm not just promising them that because I want to close the deal. I'm promising or offering that support because I'm clear that I can provide that for them. And I think just being authentic in that relationship building is what people are looking for. They're looking for genuine support. They're looking for an authentic leadership role that's going to help them. Otherwise, they wouldn't have come to you, So if they tell you no, it may just be a no, not right now, but that promise gets to be strong so that you can provide them that support. So I think that providing, a branding promise, I've never heard it called that like that before, a branding promise. But I think it's very powerful. Sorry, that was a very long answer.
No, it's powerful in itself, because sometimes you can't answer in one sentence. Sometimes you get to explain it so people will understand how important it is to have the right branding and right messaging to attract your customers and create better relationship with customers, because we don't want to sell, we want to attract and create long-lasting relationships, because you never know that this customer is going to need rebranding later on, or refreshing, or they would recommend you to someone else. So you want to make a lasting impression on them.
Yeah, I agree.
So Jessica, do you have one or two tips or secrets around branding or marketing for our audience?
Yeah, so I will say I'm really sad that Jody's not able to share because he's very knowledgeable on the branding and marketing side, and my skill set is a little bit more on like the branding, self-branding, leadership aspect. And so I offer my clients support in the aspect of not just the creative branding aspect, but also who you get to be to carry out whatever their product or services. And so for people who are watching, I guess my advice to them or some tips for them is to just get started. If you're having any doubts or any questions, there's nothing more powerful than getting connected with a coach who has gone through it and seen success, and who has also helped other people and brought them to success. I think that it's definitely worth the investment. I know I've been at a place where I'm like gung ho to do business. And then I talk to a coach and it's like, here's a price point. And I'm like, oh, I got to think about it. And I've been thinking about it for years until I just had to dive in, take the risk. It was incredibly scary. And it's been one of the most beautiful journeys that I've taken up until this point. So you just kind of have to dive in and start. If I could give advice to, any of the speakers that are on this panel, is just to continue being powerful in your leadership and continue supporting people with, like the best intentions, with authenticity, with generosity and care and kindness and compassion. And we have such a beautiful opportunity to serve business owners and brand new business owners with creating their own version of, however they want to bring impact into the world. And I think that that's such a gift. So I appreciate you having us on. Again, I wish Jody could have hopped in here, but I'm just glad that he's here. And
he's sourcing energy for you and for us to have a creative amazing summit. So thank you very much, Jody, for coming in, for support. Really appreciate it. And one day we'll meet and we'll have a chat.
Yes.
I want to be doing branding and marketing summits every single time now. I'm super excited. This is my first live summit, so I am really excited about it. And so much value, we get to share with our audience and with people who really struggle with understanding what is branding and how we can start marketing our services instead of just advertising everywhere and posting on all the social media channels. How can we take that message to the next level? Any tips around creating the right messaging for your branding?
Yeah, I think creating the right messaging for your branding is incredibly powerful. We've had clients kind of give like a bio or mission statement, and as we're reading it, like we've already kind of talked with them, so we kind of know like where they're going, and then we see the copy that they've created, and we have to kind of go back to the drawing board. Like it doesn't seem like this aligns with like what you mentioned before. And so as we kind of go through and we break apart like every single like sentence and go through it with them, they realize it's really powerful, and it like beautifully shows who they are and what they provide, or it doesn't. And we've done competitive research on many, whether it's author, speaker, coach, any kind of, we've looked at other websites and we read their copy and we go through and we see what people are doing. And I personally like going on people that I know, like other like high level elite coaches, and just kind of like reading their copy and seeing like, wow, like they did a great job, expressing their message, their mission statement, their vision, who they are. And because I know them, like I can see that this is hyper aligned. And that's actually been kind of like a learning curve and an inspiration for me, so that when I help my clients, my goal is to help them create the best messaging, branding promise, branding story that's as clear as possible. Because again, that's what the consumer or your avatar is going to experience first usually before they experience you. And so you want to make sure that your branding is a beautiful representation of who you are, so that you can keep the momentum there and you can enroll them.
Wonderful. And I'm just popping in your offer. You're offering 10% of your service. And
Yes.
if anyone would like to connect for a free one-to-one consultation, I do not have your link, whether it's yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Abdul. Can you pop your link for your consultation, or just email address or something?
Yeah.
And all the gifts will be sent out via email. And if you would like to share the gifts to your audience, that would be wonderful as well.
Okay.
I will be sending, I will be emailing everyone who have registered to come to the summit or purchased the VIP ticket. So thank you so much, Jessica. It was a pleasure speaking with you, and you have amazing start of your business, and I have no doubt that you're going to rock this, and together with Jody, you are a powerhouse.
Yay! Thank you so much.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye for now.